Do y'all remember this? Lifetime's Aaliyah, the princess of R&B. While that nickname is true, this movie was a travesty. This was basically a quick cash grab that Wendy Williams jumped on board with to get high ratings. She saw an opportunity and took it, not really caring about Aaliyah's legacy and the impact it could have on potential fans that would watch. It had no soul, no heart, and no flavor like a sugar-free sweet potato pie.
Where's the flavor? Where's the flavor?
And to top it off, Aaliyah's immediate family did not approve this movie for many reasons. Aaliyah definitely did not deserve this. Although I know most of us try to act like it never existed, I didn't get a chance to roast this back then, so I'm doing it now. Set that oven to 375 degrees and let the roasting begin. First, it starts off with how the world was introduced to Aaliyah with her 1989 Star Search performance. They even managed to get a somewhat similar outfit to her original. But then it immediately jumps to her brother Rashad and her grandmother at home watching it, when in reality, Rashad was actually at the show with them.
She looks good, doesn't she?
These are supposed to be her parents, by the way. Fake little Aaliyah performs, then it jumps to the family house where we meet her uncle, Barry Hinkerson, who gloats about managing
R. Kelly.
They discuss Aaliyah losing Star Search, and Barry offers Aaliyah a chance to perform with Gladys Knight in Las Vegas.
The more reason why she'll do great in Vegas.
Cut to Vegas, Gladys Elise Neal Knight gives fake little Aaliyah a pep talk as they head to perform.
Baby, you gotta love that stage.
And then...
Pressure makes diamonds.
Okay. Now, Aaliyah's out of school, and Barry meets her to tell her about a record deal he got for her with Jive Records.
I got a record deal! I got a record deal!
Come on.
Aww. But not so fast. We then cut back to the family house where fake older Aaliyah pops out of nowhere and they discuss her name.
Yeah, just Aaliyah. Like Cher.
She goes to perform at her high school talent show singing, of all songs, My Prerogative by Bobby Brown.
Y'all believe this shit? Can y'all believe this?
I'll tell you why. They had absolutely no rights to her music for this movie. And this performance... gave off nothing close to Aaliyah's vibe at all. The auto-tune, the Radio Disney of it all. Look at this, just look at this. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
Let's move on. Fake Aaliyah and her mom are discussing her career in the kitchen as she complains of only performing in talent shows. She wants to do more. She meets with Barry and he basically tells her to be patient and wait for the right moment, yada yada yada. Fast forward to a club where Barry and Nigerian R. Kelly talk about producing for Aaliyah, with Barry convincing him to meet her. Nigerian R. Kelly reluctantly agrees, thinking it's a waste of his time. They finally meet and fake R. Kelly already has an attitude.
Yeah, but I kind of crunch the time here, so you know, we can move this along.
Fake Aaliyah gets into the studio and sings another auto-tune version of a song and changes R. Kelly's attitude with just 3 auto-tune notes.
Was a time when all I did...
He suddenly becomes infatuated with her. Aaliyah and fake Rashad are now in her room talking about it, which leads to a pillow fight, I guess? Back at the studio, they start working on Aaliyah's first album.
Yeah, I'm with it.
All right, let's do it then.
And let's talk about how the casting for this clearly had no afterthought. I mean, really. After a few sessions, they go out to eat at a pizza shop and start getting to know each other, discussing their childhoods. Sad music starts playing in the background and fake R. Kelly starts quoting poetry.
You ain't gotta look at the sun to know it's shining.
Okay. Fake Aaliyah is now in the studio singing At Your Best and auto-tune once again and moves R. Kelly so much that he wallows into the recording booth as if he's about to cry. And then this happens.
It's perfect, baby.
What's going on? Y'all are going to jail!
Aaliyah's at a photo shoot where they offer her sparkly clothes to wear, which she reluctantly takes. Fake R. Kelly pops up out of nowhere and pep talks Aaliyah into dressing more tomboy. They're playing in the mirror and then...
Hey, Aaliyah.
Hold up, wait. Oh my God, hold up.
Back in Aaliyah's room, she gloats to her brother about R. Kelly, who questions just how close they really are, which makes her angrily kick him out. The family has dinner, and afterwards, Aaliyah and her grandmother have a talk in the kitchen about her first single coming out that next day. For a confidence boost, the grandmother gives Aaliyah her ring as a keepsake. Following day, Aaliyah, her brother, and mother are in the car shop when they hear Aaliyah's song being played on the radio. Which, of course, we don't even get to hear. Jump forward, and now she's popular, signing autographs as she goes to interview with the radio station. She describes how her life has changed, yet how modest she remained. But of course, the host asks her about R. Kelly, which she denies, only for it to transition to her pulling up to his mansion as she enters alone. They talk about hating how they have to hide their relationship from the media, and R. Kelly dramatically pleads to her on his staircase, which leads to this. They eventually confess how they got married to her parents, and her dad tries to fight him. Aaliyah begins arguing with her parents, and they rule to have the marriage annulled. Now this is the part that really got me. They made Aaliyah seem so lovesick and desperate.
He is my husband. No.
We're about halfway through, and the majority of this plot is about this. Not about her career, or her music, touring life, or how she even had to balance school while maintaining a perfect GPA, but this.
I hate you. I hate both of you.
Then get a montage of Aaliyah basically being depressed after the separation. Fake Aaliyah and her father are now in the kitchen as he's cooking and trying to cheer her up. But side note, he lets her taste his gumbo with a wooden spoon, and then proceeds to put the same wooden spoon back in the pot and start mixing. No separate tasting spoon or nothing.
Why?
They continue to argue over Nigerian R. Kelly again, and her father gives her another inspirational speech. Again, still nothing about Aaliyah being the princess of R&B. You know, what the movie is named after. She then goes to meet with Barry Hankinson, and they talk about her next album with Atlantic Records, which would be One in a Million. And for another side note, they have her family and friends pronouncing her name wrong the whole movie, when Aaliyah made it clear in real life how her name was pronounced.
Aaliyah. Like Muhammad Aaliyah.
Aaliyah and her mom are now in her room discussing her next album and how she feels like a puppet.
I must be the most successful puppet in the world. Aaliyah.
Fake Aaliyah is feeling like Nigerian R. Kelly created her sound and she will have no success without him. Her mom gives her another pep talk, and as the movie continues, it's setting into me how no time was really taken to get Aaliyah's mannerisms right. It's just not believable. All everyone is doing here is reciting the script with lackluster delivery. We cut to another montage, and Aaliyah is now in England. She's getting ready for another appearance, and I guess we meet her makeup artist, Eric Farrell, who looks Brazilian or something, as he helps her get ready.
I got you.
We then get another Windows Movie Maker montage of Aaliyah doing a press tour around England. The movie lets us know it's the summer of 1995, and Aaliyah is at a meeting for her second album. Mind you, the movie is like 70% over at this point, and we're still in 1995.
Oh my God.
At the meeting, they talk about developing Aaliyah's sound, and she randomly blurts out about wanting Timbaland and Missy to produce her whole album, who we have yet to even meet. No introductory scene, no nothing.
I want Timbaland and Missy Elliott to produce my entire album.
Also, mind you, at this point, not only did we get no more music, but no more performances, music video looks, or nothing.
Nothing at all.
Fake Aaliyah is back at home, and she walks into a reporter on TV announcing R. Kelly got married to one of his dancers, which causes her to run out again, looking at those same Polaroids from earlier. Now we jump to fake LaToya Luckett, fake Missy and Timbaland in the studio. Timbaland looking like Kurt Cobain's. Another side note, we know Missy had those sick finger waves back in this era. Why they gave her this crusty two-tone wig and a cap?
This wig got the gold, Mark.
Let's take a deep breath and continue. Fake Aaliyah comes in with Rashad, and they all sit down to start the session. They play some generic beat, and fake Missy and Timbaland start teasing each other.
True.
He a little off.
Yo, really?
They talk about how nervous they were to produce for Aaliyah following the success of her first album. But as the scene goes on, you feel absolutely no chemistry between them, as we knew they all had in real life. Fake Aaliyah and her mom then meet with the Hollywood agent about her movie career, and she grills him as he tries to lowball her. Aaliyah is now at another photo shoot, and while discussing new looks, her mom, out of nowhere, comes up with this side part covering one eye, referencing Veronica Lake. It's so obvious they read these fun facts online somewhere and had it randomly thrown in the script. We then get introduced to Derek Lee, who was Aaliyah's stylist, after Eric Farrell had suggested his services earlier.
I know a guy, his name is Derek Lee, I'll call him.
He talks to Aaliyah about her style, which again is obviously regurgitated quotes from Derek they found online. Aaliyah performs again for only the second time in the movie, another auto-tune version of Got to Give It Up, which is her cover of Marvin Gaye's song she did for One in a Million. Mind you, Aaliyah never performed the song live to this degree. This, along with the other performance, is completely made up. The whole time they have her holding a hanging mic while she walks and slides across the stage. Just terrible. Not reminiscent of Aaliyah at all. Y'all should see the pattern by now. Cut to another montage of Aaliyah being popular and signing autographs, going to interview at the same radio station from earlier. They literally just stopped trying at this point. All the fans are screaming outside the see-through window, which seems so cliche and generic, especially when you know most of Aaliyah's radio interviews were done in closed-off studios away from the fans. Aaliyah meets with the same Hollywood agent again, and he brags about getting her a gig singing on the Anastasia soundtrack. Flash forward, Aaliyah is then seen getting ready to perform at the Oscars. No hype, no build-up, no
Nothing.
We get yet another generic rendition of Journey to the Past. Fake Aaliyah is singing with no emotion, but a lot of auto-tune once again. This is still giving Radio Disney vibes. She meets with Warner Brothers about a new movie, which turns out to be Romeo Must Die. And they do get one thing right.
My fans aren't just in the US, and they ain't just black.
Fake Aaliyah and her mom are now in a hotel room when her mom suddenly asks about her love life. This causes her to get emotional.
When things ended with Robert, I lost a piece of me.
Once again, during the storyline back to that controversy, they spent 60% of this movie fleshing out. It's now the year 2000. Aaliyah's at the Romeo Must Die premiere for 5 seconds before we see her at a club with her high school friend for 10 seconds before it cuts to her in the Hamptons that summer. The movie is now rushing along and jumping all over the place. This is the obvious setup to show her meeting a lighter and taller Damon Dash, who she apparently met after witnessing him scream at two fans for knocking over one of his vases.
Bounce. That's it, bounce.
They meet by the pool and talk about their careers and love lives.
Lord knows where your lips have been with all them video hoes.
She just appears to be just a little bit ghetto to me. A little bit ghetto, you know, a little bit hood.
It's now 2001, and we get our 10th montage of the movie showing fake Aaliyah and Dame Dash dating and walking around New York City, practicing choreography with Fatima Robinson, and hanging with fake LaToya Luckett in Timberland boots. Aaliyah and Damon Dash's relationship is getting more serious, and now they brought the family together in a Chinese restaurant to toast to Aaliyah's role in the Matrix sequels.
To Aaliyah.
Dame chats with her father as Aaliyah and her mother have another sentimental talk about her relationships. No music talk, no career talk, just her relationships, which almost every scene boomerangs back to. Fake Aaliyah is now performing The One I Gave My Heart To at a benefit concert, which is so random because she rarely ever performed that song in 2001, as that was a song from her 1996 One in a Million album. And I gotta say, this outfit choice here is interesting, to say the least. They also added ombre to her hair, which was a style she had mostly in the year 2000, by the way. The singing here is as expected, dry and dull. She goes on to meet with Barry about shooting the Rock the Boat music video, in which, by the way, the mentioning of her self-titled album is never ever even brought up. This movie just expects you to know the timeline of Aaliyah's music career. She's then seen with Dame excited over the Rock the Boat video she's about to shoot as she heads to Miami.
Because I'm taking it to a whole nother level.
They talk outside about the relationship as they wait for the car to pick her up. It finally arrives.
Bye, baby.
And as the car drives away, she sticks her head out to wave goodbye one last time. And we all know what happened next. Not gonna lie, replaying this scene too many times could make you a little emotional. The camera then pans up to the sky and reads lines of writing with a fade, and the movie is now over. That was painful. Overall, this attempt at an Aaliyah movie was unnecessary, pointless, and a complete disregard for everything Aaliyah stood for. Being produced by Wendy Williams, it was obvious the plot was driven by the intent to break down Aaliyah's controversial love life and not her music, which granted her the title Princess of R&B, which they themselves named the movie after. The plot was jumpy, the singer was trash, the wardrobe was hit or miss, mostly a miss, and even Stevie Wonder could have made better casting choices. I mean, seriously. And although the actress portraying Aaliyah may have tried her best, the essence of Aaliyah just did not translate on screen. This was Aaliyah cosplay at its worst. Nobody watching this movie would ever understand how or why Aaliyah became known as the Princess of R&B. I've seen Disney Channel original movies with better execution. In the end, this contributed absolutely nothing to Aaliyah's legacy.
Nothing at all. It's just bland.
Watching for the first time in 8 years made me realize Aaliyah needs a miniseries to really break down her life and career that's easy to digest because there's so much to unpack. Either that or a well-crafted documentary with interviews from all of her family and surviving industry friends.
I would like to see it.
And the cherry on top, we need her actual music and footage included. Aaliyah is a legend, and this movie did her no justice at all. Hopefully, that will change soon. Please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching and listening. I'll see y'all in the next video.